Hey, what's up YouTube? Scotty Tradition Scott coming back at you with another mail day. Actually, not a mail day. Today we are going to be talking about the final installment of my PC showcase for my Packers Team Hall of Fame sets. A lot of great old cards I have to show yet. The stack is not nearly as big as the other stacks, but I did include the 50 Bowman and 151 Bowman card in here as well as the 40s and 30s we're going to hit up today. So, first card here, 1951 Bowman, Tony Canadeo. Just a great looking PSA 8 old label. This card typically sells for about $175 to $200 in this range, although they're so rare they don't sell very often. There's only been a sale or two since back in 2016. Canadeo, of course, played with the Packers from 46 to 52, and then before that from 41 to 44. He was in World War II in those 1945 to 46 years. Was in the Army and Navy, actually. So Canadeo was named the Gray Ghost of Gonzaga, was his nickname. Part of the 40s All-Decade team, and is one of only 6 Packers with their number retired. So this is actually not his rookie card, this is his second-year card, but I just decided I would show it. This is not actually part of the set, but I had to have a second-year card too, so I picked it up. This is his rookie card. Canadeo, also an NFL Hall of Famer as well, so it goes to all of those sets. Again, number 3 number is retired by the Packers, one of only 6 players with their number retired. This card paid quite a bit for it at the time, and typically sells for about $1,700 to $2,000 in that range, but there has only been one sale since 2016. That's how infrequent these come up. This card here is a pop of 7 with 6 graded higher, and there are no 10s graded for this set. There's a couple of PSA 9s listed right now on eBay for about $5,000 to $6,000. I would love to buy them, but just don't have that kind of fundage right now. Again, from 1950 Bowman, we have Dick Wildung. Another beautiful old PSA label there. Dick Wildung played with the Packers from 46 to 53 as an offensive tackle. Card typically sells in the $60 to $70 range in PSA 8. This card's pop of 51 with 8 graded higher. Again, no 10s graded. Wildung was also in the served in World War II as a PT boat Navy lieutenant in the Pacific. Then we're going to hit up again 1950 Bowman, another old PSA label. Larry Craig. This card is in near mint to mint 8. This is a tough little card to find in PSA 8 right here. Goes for about $150 to $200 if you can find one. Hasn't been a sale in a long time. Pop of 21 with only 2 graded higher. Again, both 9s. Played with the Packers from 39 to 49. Cool thing about Larry Craig is he's from the cool town of 96, South Carolina. I just love the name of that town. And again, from 1950 Bowman. Again, all these players are in the Packers Team Hall of Fame. Another beautiful old label. I want to say I bought a lot of these around the same time from the same seller. As part of a set break is why I have them all in these old labels. But they're just beautiful looking cards either way. 50 to 56 was a quarterback, 2-time Pro Bowler. Led the league in passing touchdowns in 55 and 56. And passer rating leader back in 52. This card typically sells for about $170-ish in PSA 8. This card's pop 49 with only 3 graded higher. Again, no 10s. And not a lot of sales. I can't even remember the last time I've seen one in PSA 8. He actually did play for the Detroit Lions in 1957. Ironically, that's the last year the Detroit Lions have a championship, 1957. Beautiful card right there. We'll love the look of that card. Then we're going to go also to 50 Bowman, John Red Cochran. Never actually played for the Packers as a player. He played for the Chicago Cardinals from 47 to 50, but did coach the quarterbacks and running backs for the Packers from 59 to 66, then again from 71 to 74. This card typically sells in the $40 to $60 range, pop 48, 6 higher. His main claim to fame was that he worked with the amazing backfield of Bart Starr, Paul Hornung, and Jim Taylor for all those years, and was a big reason why the Packers sweep was the way it was and how effective it was. So Jim Taylor, that's why he's in the Packer Hall of Fame. Oh yeah, and he was also a scout for the Packers from 75 to 04, which is like 30 years of scouting. So pretty cool there. And then next we've got a pair of the same player here. Ted the Bull Fritsch from 48 Leaf, and then Ted Fritsch Sr., same guy of course, from the 48 Bowman. This is just a cool card I picked up in PSA 4. Has to be the best looking 4 I've seen. I mean, I can't tell why this is a PSA 4. I mean, the only thing is his helmet comes off a little into the white there, but man, I don't know. This is like the best looking PSA 4 I've ever seen in my life. So I had to pick it up, just add it to my collection. It doesn't really go with the set, because the 48 Bowman card is the card that goes with the set. This is a beautiful card. These never are available in PSA 8 or higher. Fritsch played with the Packers from 42 to 50. Winner of the 44 NFL Championship. Card typically goes in the $200 to $300 range. Pop 12, only 3 graded higher. And again, no 10s. I'm not even sure if there's any 9s, to be honest with you. There might not be. There might just be a couple 8.5s out there. Cool thing about Fritsch is he was actually born in Spencer, Wisconsin, which is near where I grew up in central Wisconsin. And there's actually there's a couple high school football fields in the area, in Spencer, and Green Bay Notre Dame High School is named after Ted Fritsch. Fritsch Field. Beautiful looking card. And then next card here, got two of these too. Buford Baby Ray, having a near mint 7 and excellent 5. So the deal with this card, if you don't know, it's probably the hardest card to find in all, or at least one of a couple in all my Packers sets. Buford Ray was the last card in the 48 Bowman set, and what happened was when people collected these sets back in the day, they used to put rubber bands around them, and then that last card would take the brunt of all the beating. So all the Buford Rays you can find are usually beat to crap, and not only that, it's also a short print, so there's less of these out there to begin with. And being the last card, and having it damaged a lot, and where it was on the sheet cut was always messed up too, so to find them centered is damn near impossible. Even raw ones that look like they've been chewed up go for, $40. So these go for a little bit more. You can find one in the grade of a 5 if you're lucky, and this is just a beautifully centered 5. I got lucky to buy this for about $150. And this is the one I display, and this is the one here that I have put away. This is in near mint 7. This one in this grade typically goes for about $1,500 to $1,800, but again, there's only been 2 sales since like 2013 in the grade of a 7, so they're not possible to find. Those of you, anybody who does the 48 set knows all about that. He played offensive tackle for the Packers from 38 to 48. This card here is Pop 11, so there's 11 out there, but only 2 have sold since 2014. And this was actually a new grade when I bought it, so one of the original ones hasn't even sold yet. Ray was part of the 40s All-Decade team, 2-time NFL champ, 4-time All-Pro. Just a beautiful card. A mint 9 copy of this card sold at Mile High Auctions earlier this year for between $5,000 and $6,000. Would have loved to buy that card, but just didn't have the funds for it at the time. Just Buford Ray. This is the whitest of whales right here. This card is just impossible to find in this kind of grade. There's a look at the back of those 48 Bowmans. Pretty cool. And then we're going to move on to some beautiful cards here. The 35 Chickles. This is Ernie Smith. I like how they have Ernie in quotation marks too, like they're not really sure of his first name. We'll just call him Ernie. And the grade of a 4.5. Picked this up for a really good deal at auction a few years back. He played offensive tackle and kicker for the Packers from 35 to 39. You can typically find this in the $400 plus range. This one's a beautifully centered 4.5. Usually you don't find them this nice in this grade. This does not go to that Team Hall of Fame set, but he was a Packer, so I did pick up the card. Here's a beautiful Clark Hinkle. Clark Hinkle is, if I can get the focus here, is also in the NFL Hall of Fame, as well as the Packers Team Hall of Fame. Played with the Packers from 32 to 41 as a fullback linebacker combo. 2-time NFL champ, 7 times All-Pro, 30s All-Decade team. These cards here are very hard to find in this high of grade. This one's population of 18 with only 2 graded higher. There's been maybe 3 of these for sale in the last 4 years or so. So they're pretty infrequent when they come up. Typically sells in the $2,000 to $3,000 range when they do come up. And last but not least, Chester Swede Johnston, also in quotation marks. I love that. This is just a stunning example in PSA 8. Love the Art Deco style of the 35 Chickle set. This is card number 32 in the set, and if anybody who's done that set knows that cards number 25 through 36, it's only a 36 card set, but the last 12 are all short prints, including the Bronco Nagurski rookie card, and that's why that card commands such crazy money. But Swede Johnston commands high dollars himself in high grade, which this is. This is also a population of 18 with 2 graded higher. He played with the Packers from 31 to 30, and then also from 34 to 38 as a running back, born in Appleton, Wisconsin. And this card typically sells in the $3,000 to $4,000 range when it does come up for sale. Just incredibly hard cards to find, and really pieces of history with these 35 Chickle cards. Just knowing, they survived, the rest of the Great Depression, World War II, and survived long enough to make it to today in this condition is just simply amazing, especially with the low numbers of cards that were printed. Football not nearly as popular as baseball back and then, so there was just so many less cards to begin with. Nobody saved them. So yeah, that's it. That's all my PC showcase videos. We took care of the 30s and 40s. Thanks to all of you who have been watching the videos. Really appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.